Test, test. Oh. You guys can hear? Test, test. All right, guys, let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm back in my office. Hopefully I'm using the correct mic. Bear with me a second, guys. Do me a favor, share out the video. I've got my new mic from Blue Snowball, and I'm hoping that's what's working. Oh, we're going for evil, Skeletor. If it's going to be me doing it, it's going to be evil. Hopefully this is sounding okay. Hopefully I'm using the correct mic and not the webcam mics. Bear with me a moment. It's going to be evil. Hopefully this is sounding okay. And let me know, of course, if I'm talking too loud, because with this new mic, I don't know. But yeah, we're going to be doing... Oop, I knocked over the wrong thing. Hold on. Oopsie. Hang on, let me readjust my blinds again. I do want some natural light in here, and that looks like everything's okay. But yeah, dude, we're gonna work on evil Skeletor, man. I wanted, and this is the piece I'm working on right now. It's going to be part, and I'll try to read your guys' chats. I've got to figure out a way to adjust things to where I see your chat in front of me instead of me having to look over to the right, which is what I'm having to do. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. What's up, David? What's up, Riley? Cameron, Jennifer, James, Frederick. Yep, y'all do me a favor, share out the video. Sharing is caring. What was that noise I heard? I heard something when I was racing. That was weird. So make sure everything's in. All right, so let's start working the magic on this little dude. So I hope everyone's having a good day. Sun is shining here. That is a good thing to see. But this is part of a project I'm working on called 80s Icons. And it's part of a metal series that I'm doing where I'm taking classic characters from the 80s, cartoons and stuff like that, and we're going to be turning them into metal prints. So he's working on a Lion-O right now, and so I want to do a Skeltor and a He-Man, and I want to do I've got a list of them. I can't remember who all it is, but I think we're going to do. Why the hell do I keep saying we? It's only me. Shit, it's only one team here. I don't know why I keep doing that. But we're gonna do. Damn it! I did it again. I'm going to do that. Is like I think I'm going to do Storm Shadow and another one that dawned on me that was real big in the what was it the 90s, but still I consider that a pretty big deal. And I could be getting my dates wrong here, but no matter what, I'm going to do one, especially since the movie's coming out, whether it pertains to 80s, 90s cartoons or not. I'm going to go ahead and do a Sub-Zero Scorpion one. But now the way I'm going to do the Sub-Zero Scorpion is one, it's going to be a 50-50 shot. And so one half of the face is Scorpion, one half of the, what's up, Armando? What's up, David? And one half of the face is going to be Sub-Zero. So I'm definitely going to do that one. That's probably going to be my very next one to kind of catch the hype train of the new movie. And for you guys, if you have not seen the new trailer for Mortal Kombat, you are missing. You gotta go see it, dude. Holy crap. That movie is going to be really good, I think. I mean, it is kind of odd that they've thrown in this new character. And I don't know if maybe that's supposed to be like maybe, I don't know, Sub-Zero or Scorpion or somebody's son. I really don't know what the deal is with that. But either way, they look incredible. The characters look really, really awesome. And the fact that it's going to be, fatalities and all of this other stuff is just going to be so much fun to see. So yeah, if you have not seen it, definitely go watch the trailer. It is really nice looking. I mean, we got a lot of great stuff coming, man. The Snyder Cut, which in my opinion looks absolutely incredible. I mean, definitely a brand new movie. There's no doubt about that. A completely new feel to it. It has so much energy in it, and it looks like we're going to get a lot more. Feedback into not feedback, but telling of the other characters' travels, experiences, etc. A lot more Flash time, a lot more Cyborg time. So I'm super excited, dude. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, don't forget about Godzilla versus Kong. That is right. I mean, that trailer was really nice too. Yeah, this one is going to be insane, man. Um, Yeah, that would really. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't expect them to blow their load on this first movie because I mean, there's no doubt about it. This movie's going to do extremely well. It is. There is no doubt about that. Mortal Kombat has too much of a following to not do well. So there's no doubt about it. There's going to be a sequel. I mean, they're probably already writing that sequel because this is just money in the bank. Um, yeah, no doubt. But it would shock me if Johnny Cage wasn't in it in some way, because he's a fan favorite also, so it wouldn't be unusual. Yeah, I'm not sure. It might depend on which one you're in, because this is being shared to three different platforms: YouTube, Art of Custom Creations, and my personal Facebook page. Um, you know, well, I mean, I wasn't a huge Johnny Cage fan myself either, but there's a lot of people that really like him. So I definitely think he should be around some way or another at some point. He wasn't a big deal for me either. Like I said, I always cared for the crazy, creepy characters. So, I was a big Sub-Zero fan. That's who I played as anytime I played the game. I was a big Scorpion fan. I like the more creepy looking characters. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff coming, dude. I'm trying to figure out. I've got a couple of people lined up for next week's show. I'm trying to decide which one I want to do first. So should have the announcement for that here soon. And also for those that are listening, if you haven't grabbed my cover for Vampirella number 18 that just dropped, the pre-orders are going. So look on my page or BNS Comics and you should be able to see that. Definitely grab one of those if you haven't. I have no idea what Christopher's talking about. uh, Cage Tech? I don't know. I mean, I don't watch movies. Hang on one second. I don't watch movies to necessarily be taken serious. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want them shitty. Um, I don't know. I think again, I definitely want my movies to be entertaining, but I'm not watching movies to look for seriousness, especially movies about freaking fighting monsters. It blows my mind when I see people complain, "Oh my god, the acting was so horrendous." I'm like, dude, it's a movie, it's a fantasy movie, and again, I'm not, I mean, there are some really poorly done acting out there. I mean, there's no doubt about that, but this would be a good one to do, David. I mean, the crazy thing is, we artists, we can sit back and do all these, um, you know, uh, indie projects, etc. And as far as the community is concerned, the art comic community, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. But when we do our first mainstream cover, that's the one everybody really wants. What's up, Mr. Chad? Chad, did you go grab a copy of my Vampirella cover, brother? I'm going to put you guys on the spot. Y'all been fans way too long. Got to put you on the spot, man. I think I definitely think some people take these movie things way too serious. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But And I mean, I can get it in certain situations. I mean, because these are characters, you grew up with, you were, super fans of for a long time, and then you have this random person that comes along and just jacks the shit up. Oh, awesome! Thank you, Chad. What's up, Cody? Hmm. But yeah, it's yeah, all you guys listening right now, if you haven't grabbed my Vampirella cover, shame on you. I'm gonna go ahead and say that out loud right now. Shame. All right, what I'm doing with my Skeletor, I'm going more of a horror feel to him. Let me adjust this camera just a little. Ow! Hit my elbow. I'm going with more of a horror feel. So I want him to be a lot more kind of creepy, and the skin skull kind of thing to be showing a little more. Um, so in case you're wondering what the hell I'm doing, and I want just lots of texture on him. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming out that I am just stupidly excited for. Yeah, yeah. There's always a light pencil sketch where I lay out my shapes and what I want him to pretty much look like, and basic structure, and then I start adding in what I want to happen. Because I'm only human. So like the main light source is kind of going to be coming from up there. And I've kind of done an eye in because I really want to give it like this kind of creepiness to the eye, but I don't know yet if I'm going to stick with that. I may end up blacking most of that out and turn it into the blacks, the blackness of a normal skull, and then put like glowing eyes in it. I haven't decided on that just yet. So I kind of wanted to do like the eye thing first, just to see, see how I liked it, and just to be a little different than what everyone else tries to do. I've seen that on a couple of skull designs before, and I thought it looked pretty damn badass. So I want to check that out before I make a hard decision. Yep. They finally showed that in one of the He-Man stories. They finally did like a little flashback that showed how he got the skull face. It's pretty cool. And I won't spoil it for nobody in case they want to go watch it. But yeah, there's actually a story that tells what had happened, and if you haven't read it, you should definitely check it out. I've not read it, but seen the episode. Did you guys know that there's an episode of He-Man that has astronauts that land on Eternia that are from Earth? Did you guys know that? Yep, yep. For those that may not know. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's a pretty little interesting thing for those that may not know. I was in the living room watching Young Frankenstein. That's such a great movie. Gene Wilder, dude, holy crap. Such an incredible actor. Yeah, boy. Yeah, Gene Wilder is awesome. There you go, Chad. Yeah, I actually, even though I watch the cartoon, daily, um, the same goes with Transformers, and GI Joe. But GI Joe was where I was at. I was a massive GI Joe fan. I mean, had an insane collection. That was the only toys I got, for birthdays or Christmas. Was I always asked for GI Joe stuff. So, by the time I was like 17, about 16, I had a massive GI Joe collection. Um, I mean, including the USS Flag and things like that. Those hard to get toys. My parents saved up and got me that particular stuff. Um, so yeah, I was big on GI Joe. I would love to have the flag again, just to have, because I mean, even to this day, it's still the largest playset ever created. So it still holds that record as the largest playset. But man, it's so expensive now. I mean, it's just absolutely insane how expensive it is. I mean, hell, the box, the box is goes for like $400 or $500. A complete USS Flag can go for around 1,500, easy. I would definitely love to have another one, but holy crap! Hey, what's up, man? Glad you're here. Oh man, definitely. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely share the video, guys, if you haven't. Oh, and as far as my mystery boxes are concerned, so another plug for you. There's only one left. Out of all 10 mystery boxes, one is left. So if you've never bought one of my mystery boxes, you should definitely jump over and think about it. This particular batch is going for 150, and it'll have somewhere around $200 to $250 worth of art and goodies in it. And I don't mean exaggerated. $250. I mean, you can sit down and add it up, and that's legit what it is. I love blowing people's minds with my mystery boxes. And one time they were talking about doing, oh, I got to watch my hand so I don't get the stuff smeared. And one time they were talking about doing another He-Man movie. As far as I know, they're still doing it. Some young kid is supposed to be playing him. Well, not young kid, but young adult. Some like, I don't know who the hell he is. Some little heartthrobby dude or something off some other shows. Um, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, definitely got to watch where I put my hand. This I should have got a more absorbent board. This board here is a little. Um, I have no idea who Frank Langella. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is, but I'm terrible with names. So usually when I do my stuff, I mean, it could be coming from anywhere. I look at so many different artists, YouTube videos, and design concepts and horror world, and so it could be a little bit of everything. Um, I tend to have my art kind of mixed around with a lot of different things. I do like most people. I take all the aspects that I see, whether it's like how that person does shadow or that person does hair or that person does eyes, and I borrow from all of it, and then kind of Frankenstein, the different concepts, not concepts, but styles into something to kind of create my crazy, goofy stuff. All right, that needs to come down more like that, I think, and then. Okay. Trying to decide whether I like the eye thing or whether I just want to go with the classic skull hole. Yeah, I think Chris. I think Chris could probably pull off a really good Thor. I mean, He-Man. Uh, oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, the actor dude. Okay. Oh, well, actually, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, that's a good point. Because he had more of that kind of like almost skin kind of look to the way it was being done. God damn it! I'll have to fix that later. Damn it. Okay. Kind of let that dry a little bit. Dry, fool, dry. Uh, yeah, it probably is free on YouTube. If I don't know if you're talking about the movie or you're talking about the cartoon or what. I don't know which one you're talking about, whether you're talking about the movie or the cartoon. But yeah, the movie. Woo! I'm gonna let that dry for a second while I chat with you guys. The movie is, man, it's really hard to watch. It is so bad, so bad. And I'm praying like hell this new Kevin Smith thing turns out to be really good. And I'm really nervous about it because I don't know if he's going to try to do it anime-ish style, like they did with the He-Man cartoons after the original cartoon. I don't know what he's doing. So I really haven't seen a whole lot of that. Um, I know he's super stoked about the person that's doing the, doing the, and I don't know whether I like that or not. I'm sorry, what was I saying? I know he's super stoked about the person that's doing all the music for his new thing. I know he's insanely stoked about that. Um, But I mean, I love Kevin Smith. I've talked to him before, at a con. Super, super, super awesome dude. I love his stand up stuff where he's just talking about things that has happened with him on movies, etc. I love hearing him tell his stories. But it's he gets really excited about anything most of the time, so it's kind of hard to really know what to think of his videos about the He-Man thing. Um, like I said, it'll be a weird. I don't know, man. If you're going to redo He-Man or you're going to redo GI Joe, you need these movie making people have got to start thinking about the fan base that made these things such a success and stick to what they were, how they were designed, how they were created and drawn and things like that. It all matters. So, taking G.I. Joe and taking He-Man and Transformers and turning them into a non-American style art, it doesn't ever feel right. I don't know why. Again, I'm sure it just has to do with growing up that way and watching those things. So it doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right when someone comes in and says, oh, okay, well, here's this. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it look like this. And you're sitting there scratching your head and the art is not very good, because whether the stories were weird or you didn't like it for whatever reason, G.I. Joe, He-Man, Transformers, all of those Americanized cartoons were shot a certain way. They were drawn a certain way. They were told a certain way. And that's what made them so insanely popular. And then you had, of course, these, let me look at this for a second, make sure his damn jaw. So the gums are kind of pulling down, the jaws, make sure his jaw doesn't look too small. I think that looks fine. So, you had all these things, that and that's what made these things so insanely popular. And then you want to try to, let's try to interject this new energy into it, and let's try to turn it into this, let's try to get a whole new crowd. Oh, look, these Power Rangers live action is popular, and let's try to convert it into more of a Asian style art form. And I don't think it necessarily worked that well in a lot of cases. So it just felt a bit weird to me when they started doing that format. Man, my little thing fell. Hang on. Sorry. Get your butt back up there. And I think had they, I don't know, maybe if they'd have stuck with the original designs, maybe it would have still done better. See, that's what's got me worried. Like, I saw the redesign for the She-Ra cartoon, and it looks like shit, in my opinion. Now, I'm sure some people love it. People that grew up in the 2000s where, G.I. Joe was anime-ish, Transformers were, with the whole redo of that. G.I. Joe was redone that way, and I'm sure there was tons of fans for it. I'm positive there were, but there were the hardcore people that grew up with it the other way. They didn't really care for that stuff. It's not what they grew up with, and you can call it closed-minded if you want, or you can call it single vision. I don't care what you call it. It's just one of those things that it's kind of silly, in my opinion, to change. Seems odd. So that's what's got me just a little bit worried about the He-Man, because The She-Ra one, in my opinion, looks like shit. And that's not the way those, those cartoons weren't, G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, Mask, Brave Star, et cetera, on and on. Those movies weren't designed for, for 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds to watch. That's not the intention. Thundercats, exact same thing. Those things were all aimed towards, like, in my opinion, it felt like they were aimed more like kids like 10 years old and up, you know. And I mean, you can call me silly or something for thinking that, but that's the way it felt to me when I looked at the toys and when I looked at the cartoons and the messages they were trying to tell the children. It felt more, like, a little bit older kids were kind of following that, both male and female. But I mean, I was also one of those weird people. I wasn't a big fan of like Beast Wars either. I hated that, like, whatever type of art style that was, that 3D ish art style. I didn't like it either, though. No, I don't think I've watched. Again, if it was done in anime style, and I'm sure I'm not wording that properly about the style it is, but it's an Asian feel to it. If it was done in that style, I can tell you, there's no doubt I didn't watch it. I just, it's not an art style that I'm fond of. I don't care for Dragon Ball Z. I don't care for, any of those types of cartoons. I never cared for any of it. I'm real big on the art thing. And if it's not, again, growing up in the 80s and X-Men and, then the 90s with Image Comics, which is why my art is always heavily detail influenced. That's the art that I followed. That's the stuff I wanted to watch. Like even being a big DC fan, if I'm trying to watch like one of the DC animated movies and it's one of those weird kind of shitty drawn cartoons, I have to force myself through it. It's really tough for me being such a person that's like such a big fan of heavily detailed drawn stuff. It's hard for me to watch some of the animated stuff. And that's even being, like I said, a big DC fan. And I know that probably seems silly, but it just is what it is. It's very, very strange. Man, they're talking about we might be out of water till Tuesday. Um, yeah, well, I mean, that's the only She-Ra I know of is the Netflix She-Ra. Again, pretty much anything from the 2000s on was that reimagined anime-ish style stuff. Uh, oh crap! No, I don't. Let me answer Brittany. Sorry about that. I'll send it over here in just a little bit. Thank you for the reminder. Um, but it's pretty much any of them from like 2000 and up. They changed the style for pretty much every animated topic out there. Again, from He-Man to GI Joe to She-Ra. I mean, so many got a revamp. So I didn't care for none of it. I grew up again. I was born in '75. I grew up through the '80s, and my God, what a wonderful decade! Such a wonderful decade. I love the movies, the music, the cartoons. So much awesome stuff in the '80s, man. I wish my daughters could have experienced it. I wish anybody's children today could have experienced it. Now, was it perfect? No, of course not. Was there, really stupid shit still going on society wise? Of course. But was it overall a wholesome, fun time? Yeah, it was. I mean, nobody's going to be able to argue that differently for me. Um, I loved, like I said, I loved, the camaraderie with my friends. And, we had, our group was a mixture of all types of people. So it wasn't, like a closed group. Um, when you grow up in a little bitty town, you're friends with everyone. And so it's such a wonderful experience that I hate that more people didn't get to experience that. When I think about kids today and how they're just brainwashed into their damn phones and shit like that. And don't get me wrong, we adults are brainwashed right there with them. So, I mean, and I can openly admit that. Now, I can tell you guys right now, if it weren't for this being my business and pretty much like 95% of my business being on social media, I wouldn't be on social media. I hate the concept of it. I hate the uh first, it was a wonderful idea and a wonderful invention at first, with what the intention of Facebook and social media was. And that was the whole to bring everyone closer together. But, I mean, it worked beautifully for that essence and the fact that, people thousands of miles away get brought together and information is more, accessible, even though a lot of the information sadly is incorrect and people roll with it. There's a lot of hate that gets thrown around on social media because people have that safety of being behind closed doors. So there's a lot of bad that goes with it. And like I said, the good intention originally was pretty smart. But then, it started separating, 1,000-mile away friends, chit chat, friends that live next door, never see one another. So, I mean, it's that kind of jacked up shit that has happened. Nobody hangs out no more, and yes, I understand there's a few of you that probably still spend times with your friends, your family, etc. And again, what I'm saying doesn't apply to every person. It's just it applies to enough people that I can say we. That's why I can say we don't do this or we don't do that, because there's enough of us that it's more we than other. Um, I mean, right? Social media ruins relationships. Not only from people doing stuff in PMs they shouldn't be doing while they're with somebody, to just the sheer fact that it puts off fake happiness. You have Sarah Joe, who constantly sees that all of her female friends post all this happy stuff, and she goes, "Oh, I wish my life was as good as hers," and "Oh, I wish my boyfriend was as good as hers," but the sad thing is when you see that, you're not seeing all the negative, because they're not posting the bad stuff that happens. They're just posting those little happy moments. And because that's all you're seeing posted, you think that that's the way their life is, and it's really not. So it creates this false narrative that your life isn't perfect and that your neighbor's is, and oh, how you wish yours was that way, and it makes you miserable. It's a terrible thing. I mean, it's such a double-edged sword. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's like a double-edged razor blade because it is beautiful how it brings people, it can bring people together. And but the way it commonly separates those locally to you is mind blowing. Yeah, but I mean that's what I'm saying. Like it's great for that concept, but then nobody does nothing locally. You know, and I'm not talking about because of COVID. I mean, this has been going on for a long time. I mean, you got people that, you know, they don't call you, they don't text you, they don't come visit you, you don't have parties, you don't have groupings, get-togethers anymore. If you want to know what your buddy's doing, you look on his Facebook page and you see, and then you roll on. I mean, that's just the way it is. Um, and that's the way it is for most, sadly. And I hate that, man. I miss, and that was what I love about the 80s, man. I miss the, you know, the get-togethers on the weekend, you know, the have a few drinks, play some poker, you know, do a bonfire, and now you can't get nobody to do nothing. It's really, really crazy. I mean, again, it's great for, you know, those moments of trying to just kind of see what's going on with your friends on social media, but it kills the other aspect. It kills the part. It kills the part that we need. It kills the part where we need human interaction. We need touch. We need conversation. We need communication. You know, that's the part it kills. Is the part that's most important to us as a being, to have that connection with one another. Yeah, I completely agree, and it's all our own faults, including myself. It's all of our own faults. We don't police it. We don't make our children get off of it. I mean, dude, if you don't believe me that it's out of hand, go look at Instagram. The amount of damn people on there, and all they doing is standing around shaking their ass. And I swear to God, dude, some of those with that new trend, oh, you know, that whole, what is it, pretty face, small waist, big butt challenge or something they're doing, like on YouTube. I mean, on Instagram, you know, and they jump around and make their ass bounce. Dude, there's so many of those videos that show up on the feeds. And I swear to God, some of them people look like they can't be no more than 15 years old. I mean, it's insane how young they look. Um, and parents have no clue what they're doing. I'm like, holy shit. And it's because parents don't, you know, a lot of parents don't raise their children anymore. You know, they let social media raise their children because they're addicted to social media. And then I know it sounds like I'm complaining about it, and I don't mean it to sound that way. It's just I really do miss, you know, the hanging out with friends and catching up and laughing and you know, social media world is not a good world for artists because we're already introverts a lot of times, and we spend a lot of time by ourselves, and we spend a lot of times at home alone. Even when you have a spouse or something, you're buried so much in your work as a full-time artist, you don't get to spend time with your family and friends as often as you would like. And then you tack on top of it that nobody wants to do it anyway. So, you know, it's like an act of God to get people to want to go do something, even if it's just to hang out. Oh, I don't feel like it, or oh, I've got this going on, or, you know, it's crazy. Yeah, like I said, dude, it doesn't apply to everyone. It's just it applies to the majority. It definitely doesn't apply to everyone. Some people still try to keep that activeness going and that camaraderie and friendship, but a lot of people don't think twice about it. They'll go, this is the kind of the comments you'll see. You'll hear people say, "Oh man, you know what? I miss so and so. I wonder what they're up to." And instead of them sending a text or making a phone call or going over to their house to visit, they'll open Facebook, look at their news feed to see what stuff they posted, and then they move on. That's the extent of it, sadly, for the majority of people. But yeah, I definitely miss it, man. I always enjoyed that. Yeah, dude, I'm super hyped for that movie. And I'm rooting, even though I love Godzilla, I'm rooting for King Kong. Which, I mean, I'm pretty confident. Like, you guys have heard me do my little theory on it. I think either they've brainwashed Godzilla with that machine like she had in the other movie. Like, I think they've created another one and they've brainwashed him. Or that's like Mecha Godzilla, which I'm hoping that's not the case there, because I don't want to see like a skinned version of Mecha. Unless it's a skinned version and then they rip it off, which I think that's kind of would be like overkill. But we'll see. I think they got him brainwashed somehow, or using something to cause him to go like just wild, so they can have an excuse to like expose or reveal their Mecha Godzilla. Oh, look, he's here to save us. All we need is your billions of UN dollars. you know. All right, so let me see here. I think I kind of like the eye. I don't know. We're only human after all. I'll leave it a little longer and give it more thought, but I think I might like the eye. Mm-hmm. Hey, what's up, Heather? Thank you. Yeah, I'm super excited, man. Like I said, I'm excited for all the stuff that is coming out. The Especially the Zack Snyder, the Justice League, because that um, I was one of those people. I signed that petition, to try to help get that movie made also, and I'm so proud that I mean, this is the way I look at it. This is a major win for people, because we're able to voice our opinions and show them that we won't tolerate dumb shit, and that we do have a voice, and what we want matters. Because I mean, look how they did the whole Sonic thing, and then this, and I mean, and I think I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on this yet, but I believe that the Snyder Cut has like 4 million views. I think it's the most viewed trailer, I think, of all time. Don't quote me on that, but I want to think I saw that somewhere, that it's the most viewed trailer of all time. That's a big deal, dude. That's an insane deal. You can damn sure bet your bottom dollar, and if they don't, they've got to be the dumbest damn people walking the planet. Which that's not saying a whole lot coming from Warner Brothers. That's not that much of a stretch. But if they don't do a sequel, they are idiots. I mean, and they need to do it. They need to let Zack Snyder just keep rolling with his idea. And I know some of you guys listen may not be Snyder fans, and I get that. That's fine. You like what you like. I like what I like, and we'll both agree you're wrong. But no, in seriousness, like I can't imagine them at this point. I cannot imagine them not doing another movie. Well, don't get me wrong. The toxic, like, now I do believe there is a toxic fandom. There's no doubt about it. I do believe in that. But I believe it's the people that constantly have to bitch a river. I mean, they complain no matter what. Like you go look at, and I'm sure a lot of it is people just trying to troll. But like you go look at the DC fan group or the Marvel fan group. Holy Jesus, man! This movie's going to be shit. Oh, this movie's going to be garbage. I'm like, the movie's not even out. The trailer looks magnificent, and there's people that chime in the DC group when people share the Snyder Cut. Oh, this is so stupid. They should just fold up and give up. And I'm like, oh, I'd punch you in the mouth if I knew you in real life, because you're just a happiness draining douche. So, I mean, there is definitely a toxic fandom, but, us saying what we want, I don't think is necessarily that for sure. I mean, we pay money to go see these things. Why wouldn't we want them done? A lot of people want to say, oh, it's their movie. If you don't like it, don't watch it, et cetera, et cetera. And that's not an accurate way in my mind to look at it, because I'm paying money for a service. Why wouldn't I want the service to be done right? Why do I not have an opinion about it? I'm spending my money on it. So yeah, there's definitely some weird ways some folks look at some of this. Like, oh, you don't got, like, we don't have a right to say something. No. I'm spending my money on it. I can share it if I love it. I can bitch about it if I don't. But to sit and dog other people's excitement, again, I know it's just trolling is what it is, but it's so weird. Again, it's just trolling. But there is a toxic, thing to it. So yeah, I'm hoping he looks good. I think he looks pretty cool. Yeah, I know he's not your traditional. And I don't know, maybe I'll change some things and put him, I don't know. I'm going to continue to do him this way, and then I'll like kind of marinate on it a little bit for a little while. And then I'll decide whether I want to keep it like this or whether I want to just redo and do traditional skull. But I kind of wanted it more like the, skullish, like the skin was kind of peeling away, and that kind of thing is what I was kind of aiming for. But yeah, there are people out there that I swear to God, not counting the trolling, but I swear to God, I believe there's some of these people that have this weird mindset that if it's not something they don't want to see, they don't want it created at all. That is a weird thought process. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're not fans. They're not. Because I mean, am I happy with every comic book movie that gets made? No, of course not. Do I go watch them no matter what they are to support it financially? Yes, I do. I went and saw Captain Marvel, even though she made shitty ass comments about white males. And for those that don't know, I am part male, white male, um, but I also have Native American blood in me too. But I still went and saw it, regardless of what I thought about her, of her being that type of personality. I still went and saw it. It wasn't a movie I was excited about. It wasn't a movie. It's not a character I care about, but I still went and saw it. Same with Shazam. Not a character I care about. No interest in it whatsoever, but I went to see it because the more we support those movies, the more they'll do something that I will be into. So, and I can go into it objectively and open minded, regardless of what she may have said or any other thought process I might have behind it. But, um, yeah, I agree. There's people that just want to complain. Like I put a stop to that on my page. Like, I've had moments where I would post something I'm super happy about. Oh, I'm going to this con or that con, and then right out the gate somebody chimes in. Oh, well, they're probably going to cancel that. Like, dude, yes, I know that there's a possibility this movie could suck. There's a possibility this Comic Con could get shut down. There's a possibility that, a tornado could land on my ass tomorrow. But that doesn't mean it has to be pointed out every damn time somebody says something. Just let people be happy and excited. Um, yeah, I mean, well, I would, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, you don't have to call it toxic fandom because, again, a fan of something isn't going to sit there and bash it before they even experience it. But there's definitely a toxic culture. There's no doubt about that. There's a toxic ass social media culture that people just constantly want to bash on other people's, excitement. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to just do a mixture of just like Walking Deadish kind of skull kind of thing with him, and and I don't know. I do like the way it looks. I just don't know if it's 100% coming off as Skeletor though. I definitely like the way it looks though. But yeah, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It's definitely not a fandom because again, fans wouldn't bash on something before they have a chance to see it. Now they definitely might be nervous and they might say, okay, I'm a little nervous. They let me down last time, but I'm going to go see this. I'm going to give it a chance, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, but yeah, there's definitely a toxic ass culture going on right now across the board. Um, but like I said, that's why I want to show support for it, and and I want to be excited, and and I want to go see it, and I want other people to go see it, and I want people to stop listening to what other people say on the internet. Even me. I mean, I tell people, even me, if I give my review on a movie or something, I tell people, man, it doesn't matter what I say. My likes may not be exactly the same as your likes. So go see the movie anyway and make your own decision. Like I see that a lot. Somebody will post, oh, I saw so and it sucked. Oh, really? Oh, man, I was going to go watch that movie, but man, I'm glad I'm not now. And I'm like, you're listening to some random ass person on the internet tell you something's good or bad. Man, dude, go check it out for yourself and make your own mind up. Yep, exactly. Like I said, it's just miserable people. That's all it comes down to. The whole woke society and the whole toxic culture that's going on right now that bashes every damn thing that they see posted. Um, it's 100% miserable ass people, people that just hate their life, and they try to get some, you know, piece of excitement or something from trashing other people's enjoyment. That's the way I look at it. Y'all may not agree with that, but that's the way I look at it, and it's sad. I can't, dude. I don't want to be around drama. I don't want, even though you guys will hear me rant sometimes and stuff, that's not what I call drama. Someone venting about a problem or an annoyance, I don't call that drama. But people that just want to constantly piss on your parade of something you're posting or something you're talking about, and dude, that's some just mind-blowing crap to me. And it happens a lot, sadly. But I stopped it on my page, man. I've made it super clear to people. No matter whether I'm posting a meme, or whether I'm posting my opinion on something, or whether I'm posting my like about a trailer, etc. Like, I tell people now, it's not up for debate. Don't come to my page and post some negative ass shit, some drama bullshit because you didn't like what I posted. Like, I won't even tolerate it anymore because I'm not changing your mind and you're not changing mine. So we're just going to play this whole avoid it game because I'm just done with it. But, so like I said, when I make those announcements, oh, I'm going to be at so-and-so con, like I've made it explicitly clear to people, like, from this point forward, when I make those kind of posts, don't come to the page talking about, well, if it doesn't get canceled, yeah, thank you, Captain Obvious. So I tell people now, like, just don't even do it. I'm not one bit concerned about it or want to hear it, because this is my livelihood, and of course I want to be optimistic and I want to be excited, and I don't want to sit around paranoid. If it gets canceled, it gets canceled. There's nothing I can do about it. But I damn sure don't want to sit back and stress about it. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I hope I'm explaining that kind of correct. I just don't want to hear it. There's no point in it. It does nothing. The negative comments do nothing whatsoever to help the situation. So I just nip the stuff in the ass now, dude. I just don't even. Done. We're not talking about it. We're not communicating about it. That's just the way I look at it now. And some of you may call that weird or whatever. I don't know, but I won't tolerate it anymore. It's just not worth it, man. I mean, think about that for a second. If someone posts something they're happy about, whether it's a movie trailer or an upcoming show or event, and they're happy about it and they're excited, what good does it do you to go to their post and say, well, if it doesn't get canceled, or well, if the movie doesn't suck, it'll be good? Really? That took a whole lot of your thinking, didn't it? Well, if it doesn't suck, it'll be good. Wow. I'm so glad you're, driving heavy machinery. All right. Have a good day, man. Yep. I'll bounce in and out. I haven't been on one of Jim Lee's in a while, man. I've been so damn busy. I got to get back over there and see what he's got going on. But yep. Have a good day, man. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm just at that point in my life, man, where I just want it to be just okay and cool. I don't need nothing to be out of the ordinary crazy. I don't need nothing to be out of the ordinary insane. Just normal. It's just normal. No hate, no bashing, just normal. And I have no idea why that's so hard for some people. It's very, very strange. Very strange. All right, so what do you guys think about the only thing I'm kind of hating the way I did, because I wanted the gum line to show like it's pulling back, but I feel like it made the chin look too small. I mean, technically, the chin's coming from up here. You know, this is all from here down is technically the chin, but I feel like it made the made it makes it look like this is the chin. Ain't really nothing I can do about that right now. Hmm. Hmm. So I think something like that. Yeah, but that's just it. The chin's not small, but it looks small. That's the issue I'm having with it. That's what's kind of annoying me. Because again, if the skin wasn't pulling back, the chin starts right here at the bottom of the gum, or not the chin, the lip would go right here, and then the chin would come right under that. So this whole area right here is the chin from that bottom part of that gum line, because your lips would be right here. Then this part would be the bottom of the gum line, and then the chin. So like this whole section is the chin, like it's correct proportion chin. It's just the way I have that skin pulling down, kind of melting down or whatever you want to call it. It makes it look like the chin is itty bitty. Hmm. 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 Oh man, excuse me. Oh, sorry. Hmm. I mean, would it if I made the chin like if I faked it and made the chin farther down? Would that fix it? You know what? You know what? Oh, and it sucks too because I didn't make a scan of the pencils of this. So if I screw this up, I got to redo it all. All right. Woo. Okay. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Shadow that up a little bit more, like that. All right, let's see what that looks like. Okay, I think that might be a little better. Now, let me lay this down so it's not stretching the image. So let's see what this looks like. All right, so that's kind of flat. And I could probably, well, actually, you know what? I can go in with some white. And you know what? I'll do that. I can go in with some white and I can bring that black back down more. I forgot this isn't going to be colored. So I can correct that with some white out. I can bring this part here, this upper area of the shadows. I can push those shadows down to where it widens the chin a little more with the white. So actually, we're okay. We're okay. I'll let that dry for a second, and then I'll push that back down with some white out. Now let's see. I guess the other thing. Let's see if that's coming down. A little bit of. A little bit of the mask coming from that side, so we'll let that dry for a second. And sorry about the dry time. It's just this is a smooth Bristol 11 by 17 Strathmore smooth, so it doesn't absorb ink as fast as I would like it to. What's today's date? Today is 2/19. This is going to be a metal print. And put a little bit of information on the top there for me so I can keep up with that. Come on. Man, I wish I could tell whether, I mean, if I've got this mic turned on, this should be where the recording's coming from. So hopefully it sounds good for you guys. Let me hang on one second. Let me get this thing out of the way. Get this big ass ruler out of the way. Damn it, let it go. And hang that back up there. There we go. Get that big ruler out of the way. But so yeah, so hopefully I think that now I'm trying to decide though, do I need more black over here too? Because like the light source is kind of coming like right here. So I'm thinking this maybe needs to be a little thicker over here too, like a little more. Like that, you know? And then maybe like this right here would be a little more blackish. Shadows right there. up under the eye part. Like that. I think this right here might be a little something like that. All right. So how's that look? That seem a little better. Like I said, I'll push that white down. I just need this to kind of dry all the way. I have got to find another Strathmore that takes ink a little better, that dries a little faster. Okay, just a little more. Okay, let that dry. You guys watch Joe Rogan? If you don't, that's a really, really good podcast. I like Joe because what I like about him is, he'll talk to anyone because that's the way the world should work. Everyone should have ability to say what they want and have a platform for it. That's how free speech works. So I love the fact that he'll talk to all types of people, from left wing to right wing to even crazy ass Alec Jones. So it's a real interesting show to watch or listen to, however you do it. But mm-hmm. Did everybody leave me? You guys got quiet. What's up, Mr. Jason? How you doing? All All right, let's see if we can take some white out and fix that bottom part of that chin and thicken that up a little bit. So what we want to do is, uh-oh, am I empty? There we go. Okay, so something like that. That should fix it to where it looks a bit bigger. So now we got to wait for that to dry. Hurry up, wait. Hurry up, wait. Because we're only human after all. Now, of course, you know, with this, you know, I mean, yeah, I know it doesn't really look like Skeltor all that much at the moment, but, you know, it'll be more about once the color's laid, the green tones, because I want his mouth to be this glowing greenish energy. I want his eyes to be this glowing green energy. And of course, the purple of the hood and the yellowy tone of his skin, etc. My nose itching. You know, so it'll be. Oh, I just saw that. Let me fix that up there. So you know, it'll be more about you know, the colorist have some things that he'll be doing that creates. Push that back just a little. Push that back just a little. Yeah. Okay. And you know, that'll definitely create more of what the image is supposed to be, obviously. Let's see. I need to touch base with him too and see how the Lion-O piece is coming. That should be done soon because that's going to be one of the metal prints also. Okay. Is that dry? Almost. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I think it gets the point across. I think you understand who it is. Where's it at? Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, Lion-O is going to be a metal print, which I still have to do Mum-Ra. It's just somebody jumped on the bandwagon on this one real quick because they wanted a Skeletor. They wanted the original art for it. So that's why this one kind of got bumped. ahead of the Mumra. Because if somebody orders one of these as a commission to be turned into a metal print, then of course that one's going to get done than the ones that I want to do, on the list that's being done in my free time. But with this one here, someone wanted to commission it, so that made it move faster than the other one. But anyway, guys, let me get my butt off here. I'm going to get this scanned, look at it a little more, decide whether this is what I want to stick with. And then I need to get it over to my colorist. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Be sure to share the YouTube channel. Be sure to go grab my new cover for Vampirella number 18. The posts are on my page for BNS Comics exclusive. One mystery box left if somebody wants one. There's only 10 of them, and I only do it twice a year. Now, the next batch of mystery boxes won't be till October. And now those will be $300 mega boxes, mega baller boxes, whatever you want to call them. So this one's definitely the more cost effective of the two batches I do. So just let me know if you want the last one. But anyway, I will see you guys later and have a good day. Take care.